GoCom Radio, the people's voice.
Welcome back. My name is Mark Olszewski and you're listening to Voice of Tribes. Today I have a very special guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Stuart. I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Of course.
So I'm an independent artist in Galway. I'm a musician, and I play the guitar. I've been 20 years doing it now. Actually, just over that.
Wow, 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years, and I have a single out called "What Can I Say." So, like, I released that single at the end of 2025. And I'm trying to promote the single and get it out to more and more people all the time, constantly. And it's all over streaming platforms, Spotify, everywhere to stream as well. Like so, and there's two different versions on the single. There's a remix version and there is the solo version as well.
Which of course we will play later. But just going back to you, let's go ahead. Let's from the start. You've told me a bit about yourself, which is great. Yep. I see as well that you perform a lot of gigs. From what I know, you perform at Monroe's Open Mic, the Roisin, the Earl Inns. Tell me, how do you find doing those gigs?
I like it's a wild experience. Like playing in like
wild how.
It gives you like such a good adrenaline when you go out on stage and play. Like even if it's for small events, like it could be a small cafe event or it could be like open mics. And in particular, like at the moment, I'm doing quite a lot of open mics. The Monroe's Songwriters Open Mic, which I've attended once or twice so far, and I'm planning to go to more of them as well. So the plan is to go forward with more open mics and stuff. But gigging wise, like most of it has been with the band, with my band, Saint Facade, my band.
So peel back the curtain for me. What's it like going to one of those gigs, performing on stage? What's the process? What's your perspective?
I think mainly once we get in and we're ready to kind of, we know our set list and we're ready to perform all the songs. So like we do tend to change up our set list from time to time, but with the songs that we have a set amount, like we might have 30 songs to perform. So we would kind of we're rehearsing those and stuff well before the event, and then we try and get in, and then we kind of know we'd want to make sure that everything is tip top, like the vocals and stuff like that, and try to get it.
And how long would a set run for?
Usually we've done 2 hour sets.
2 hours?
Yeah, with the band.
Wow.
When we played in the old 55, we've done up to 2 hour sets.
Well, fair play to you guys.
Yeah, that was always our regular spot though. And we did gig in the Roisin years ago.
Is it hard to prepare a 2 hour set?
It can be. Like for me, the pressure can be on me a lot too. I'm like the lead vocalist. And then getting the other guys in as well, because like we'd have the other guy who'd do percussion and stuff like that, and then we have our drummer as well. So normally there'd be 3 of us that would go out for these gigs.
So when you're talking, is this about your band
that's related to the band?
That's your band. Yeah. Okay, so let's focus on you.
The solo. Yeah.
Solo. So you come out typically just yourself and your guitar, and microphone.
For me, when it's solo, it'd just be me. Mainly kind of by myself, like, and it'd just be the guitar, just me and the voice, literally.
So what's it like? Yeah, what's it like being on stage and just performing solo?
To be honest, it can be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It can be very nerve-wracking, but I think once you've done it quite a few times and you're familiar with the songs you're doing, it can be, it's a great experience.
That's great.
Yeah, yes. That's the main thing. And once, I think for any artist, they enjoy doing what they do when they're up there singing. And doing the songs, I like doing, particularly, I love doing the songs I like doing. But even though I know that a lot of the time when it comes to gig set lists, you have to kind of perform the songs that like say if it's a pub gig, you have to perform what the pub wants and the venues want.
So
that's also important too,
Yeah, the owners. But what would the pubs want? What kind of music would they want?
For us now, it's usually, well, like, do you mean for me solo or for like?
Yeah, like what would they ask from you? What kind of taste do they usually have?
Well, personally, in general, like I think a lot of the time they want modern artists, like they want their Ed Sheeran and stuff like that. and they want like. That's what I feel anyway. They want artists like Ed Sheeran or modern stuff. Modern
They want
music.
their pop music, essentially.
Exactly, yeah. And for me, I'm old school. I just love old rock and stuff, and like the I love Motown and soul music. That's mainly where I come.
Yeah, so do
I've
I.
grown. Yeah, I've just grown up loving that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like my influences are like I love stuff like the Carpenters in Chicago and really old music like that. That's just what I'm big into.
That's great. You know, it might surprise you, but I'm actually a fan of soul and jazz as well.
Yeah, I love jazz.
I do. I quite like is it bebop kind of, is that what it's called, or jazz?
Yeah.
From, like just jazz from the 50s. You know,
it's so amazing.
like
isn't it?
Nina Simone or Sinatra or Art Blakey.
Totally.
It's just lovely. I do love it.
No, it's great.
It is. So just while we're still on the subject of gigs, you did such a great help for us a few months ago in November. You did the Voices of Tribes event. That is how I know you, Stuart, because I was there in the audience.
Great.
I was watching you. I loved your performance.
Thank you.
So tell me, what was it like performing at Voices of Tribes?
I loved it. It was great, and I didn't know what to expect at first when I came, and I didn't know what the turnout would be, what the venue was like. I mean, I'm familiar with the Galway Rowing Club, but I didn't know what to expect at first. So getting there was it was a new experience, and I came along with one of my mates as well, and he was there to support me. Took a few pictures.
Oh yeah,
well.
I couldn't find the place, if I'm honest. I got
really?
a bit lost.
Yeah.
I was like, where is this rowing club?
It's kind of on the side though. It
is.
like,
you could easily pass it.
literally like. No, I like a brilliant experience. I performed one of the songs off the EP with the band for that.
Which song?
I think it was. God, what one was I now? I've only watched the video once or twice, and so it was "Stop Pretending," I believe.
Stop Pretending.
Yeah, "Stop Pretending."
So let me ask you, how did you get involved with our lovely GoCom?
It was my friend when we were previously interviewed before. We were looking for an interview because we had released our EP. So then we had done the interview that we did in 2024. So it was through him. I think that was how I found out about it. And then he got in contact with GoCom, and then I think we got the interview after that, and we talked to them about it.
And then you probably saw we were looking for performers, musicians on social media.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
that's how you got involved. Great. No, that's great. You know, I had great fun at it, and I was really proud of everybody there. Especially, I had a few of my own guys and my own artists. Well, by my artists, I'm familiar with artists I want to get onto the show or had previously been on the show.
Okay.
And I was very proud of them. They did so well.
Okay, that's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great experience. So speaking of that, you have a new single out. It's called What Can I Say?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's interesting because the single was actually, I wrote the song more than 10 years ago now. It was back in 2015.
Really?
Yeah, that long ago, 2015.
Different time.
Hard to believe, like, and it was just left, and I hadn't done anything with it, and it was just kind of like left with files and a drive sitting at home, and I hadn't done anything with the song, and that comes with the backlog of more content that I've like songs that I had written, and I've never kind of released them and recorded them, solo stuff.
So what inspired you to release that song 10 years later?
Kind of just my circumstances at the time, and I was going through some stressful stuff, and I kind of just life stuff, and it kind of prompted me to write the song. And I had lived with my grandmother at the time.
Okay.
She's passed now. She's no longer with us. She's 5 or 6 years gone now.
Okay. My condolences.
Thank you.
So what can you tell me about this song? Like, what's it about, first of all?
So what can I say? It's kind of it's basically a singer-songwriter song, but it tells a dark story of kind of the darker side of love. So it's the dark side of love, like kind of trying to like, so that when you hear the lyrics, like, what can I say, what can I do, you're kind of trying to get yourself back to kind of that person. In other words, like, you're trying to find yourself there, like, with that person.
Okay.
And it's very deep, the meaning behind it, like.
Of course. What was the process of making that song?
Literally just getting out a pen and paper, writing down the lyrics.
But then later recording it.
It was at first it was written with just a guitar and a voice.
Okay.
Yeah. and then recording it. It was recorded, I think, in 2017 or something. So I had my own rough recordings for a couple of years, and then I actually went to record it after that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Where did you record it?
It was actually in GTI college. Yeah,
great place.
So
great
I had
place.
done it there. One of my friends at the time, he told me that they were looking for students for exams and stuff. But then I got the opportunity to record the original song there.
Fantastic.
At the time, it was back in 2017. Though.
Free of charge?
It was, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was lucky.
Even all the better. Right, guys, we're going to take a music break now. We're going to play Stuart Doherty's very own What Can I Say? And then we're going to play 12 to 12 by Somber. This is GoCom Radio.
GoCom Radio, the people's voice.
My mind is playing all these tricks on me. Lately I can hardly see. Waking up to torment and pain. My shadow only fades away. What can I say? What can I do? To be with What can I say? What can I do to make it with you? Am I running out of time? Or just coming to the end?
GoCom Radio, the people's voice.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. My name is Mark Krzyzewski and you're listening to Voice of Tribes. Today I have a very special guest with me. Stuart, how are we doing today?
Great, yeah.
Great.
All great. Yeah.
Great to hear.
Thank you.
Okay, Stuart, so if I may, I can see that you're still a fairly up and coming Galway artist.
Yes, yeah.
So I would love to hear, what are your thoughts on navigating Galway's music scene?
I think personally, I think the industry is good. I think like I see that like we've a lot of new buskers and stuff. There's a lot of people doing busking, and I see
there
that
is.
I don't know, is it just me, but there's a massive rise in people doing busking. Like obviously there's some people that are doing it as a full-time living and full-time career and stuff.
What is your opinion on that, the rise of buskers in Galway?
I think it's a positive thing. Very positive. Yeah, I think Galway is such a cultural place that it needs that, and like I don't think it should ever go away. I think busking.
Do they pay a lot of rent busking?
I don't know.
You don't? Do
No.
they have to pay something
I
to go
know
away
what you
from
mean.
bus to busk? Would you know?
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I say it wouldn't be substantial either.
No.
Just for a permit, I suppose.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, so you say there's Rising Buskers, which is great. You know, every time I go to Shop Street, there's so many
somebody there,
people playing music, and I love them. But what about like performing gigs and the venues and whatnot? Because I hear from musicians a kind of a mix of opinions.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, totally.
So
I think that a lot of the time, and this is something I've said before, and I've said to many people, the pubs and the venues, they don't take in new artists, new up and coming artists. Like I'm still an up and coming artist. I don't have a massive, enormous following in any way, and I'm always striving to better.
Well, same here.
Yeah, as a lot of us. But I think I think the main thing there is that a lot of them they have the artists and musicians that they're used to. I think like they have like if they're used to a band that has already got a big following, it could be even a band from Kerry or Dublin or somewhere else, it might not even be from Galway, but they already have a lot of experience. They have the transport, they have everything there, so they're getting the first opportunity. They know what works. They're sticking to what works, which it kind of makes sense in a way, because that they're getting that opportunity because of that. But in another way, it's kind of like it's leaving the people out that are still trying to climb that ladder. I mean,
you have to think from the business perspective. They're used to what works. They know it works. They know they're going to make good profit off this band. To go with a person they're not familiar with is a huge risk to them, is a huge gamble. But on the other side, if you're not going to accept new artists, how are artists like yourself going to get a start?
I think that's the main struggle. And I think when it comes to, like I said to you earlier about the open mics and stuff, like there's a lot of open mics in Galway now. I mean, you have Monroe's, you have Cellar doing the Roisin Dove, which like for me, I've been going to it. I've been doing it on and off for years. Like I'd go and perform there,
and they would know you there.
Absolutely, like they know me. Like I wouldn't call myself a regular. Like I have gaps where I wouldn't show up for a while, but then I come back, and when I do get the time to come and perform, I do. And
I think very welcoming.
They're very welcoming, and they appreciate everyone there. So a lot of good things to say about them. Fantastic.
So you say there's Rising Buskers. The Galway venues could do better at accepting new artists.
Totally.
Anything else to add to that opinion?
Mainly, I think getting in the venues. I think if it was just easier for the up and coming artists to get into venues, I think it's just very, very hard. It's gone very hard. I don't know, is that just Galway or is it everywhere? But I feel Galway can be tricky to get into a venue, even as a solo artist.
And do you have any thoughts on the council? Because I've again talked to a few people, and they mentioned that Galway Arts Council could do a lot better for musicians up and coming. Do you have any opinion on that? If not, it's okay.
Not really, no, right now, no.
Okay,
no.
That's right. Very kind of a little bit political, but all right. Okay. All right, so tell me, Stuart, are there any dream venues you would love to play at in Galway, in Ireland, abroad?
I think dream. I don't know really. I think maybe in Galway, like if I had to dream, I would probably love to perform in the Town Hall Theatre. That's a major dream, though.
That's great.
Yeah, like I'd love to see myself with a full band there. Like,
of course, do they host? Well, they do host concerts.
It's
there.
Usually really big things, though. Like pretty big. Like even if it's a very big tribute act or something, a lot of the time. Like it could be like one of the really big bands.
Yeah, I remember seeing a poster for Derek Ryan was performing there. If you know Derek Ryan, he's a country singer.
Heard of him?
Yeah, from Carlow or Tulla, wherever he's from. But like you say, I feel that it's pretty much big names, big plays, big.
Very much so.
They hosted the Galway Film Flat there last year, and I was very lucky to volunteer at it. So I'm familiar with the space.
That's really cool.
So your dream space in Galway is the Town Hall Theatre. Fantastic. Yeah. Maybe even the Arts Festival.
Yeah.
Every year.
And like even the small ones I'd love to play in. Like I'd love more opportunity to get into them, even if it's not on a regular, consistent basis. Like Monroe, obviously Monroe's is a big one to get into as well. Like
it's big.
It's
why?
Like they have the three. There's like the downstairs small setup, but then there's the backstage and the main stage as well. So
You know, this is really interesting for me to learn about, because from my perspective, I go to gigs from time to time, to pubs from time to time, and I always see somebody playing there every day of the week. I always think, oh, must be easy to play there. You just ask and here you go. Yeah. But from what I'm hearing, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. Like, I mean, I think people that are in though they have done, like I am saying, they have done a lot of work to get themselves in the door.
Do you think it's a very competitive industry?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, it's challenging.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can absolutely imagine.
Definitely challenging.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main thing is that you're up against so much other talent as well. I think social media as well, you know, then there's AI and stuff, and you know, not even that, but just like the fact that like there's so many other people doing music. There's just a lot of people out there doing music.
So tell me, what are your strengths in your opinion?
For me?
Yeah, because you know, you hear the phrase play to your strengths. So what are your strengths? What differentiates you from the crowd?
Oh,
what makes you stand out?
As in, how do I feel?
Yeah, like what makes you stand out?
A lot of the time I feel it's my singing voice. I've gotten praise for my voice. I think it's the overall performance and how the emotional how the emotion is brought out to the crowd, and how the crowd responds to the songs when they're being performed live. That's mainly it.
Good. Because you know, like I said, they say play to your strengths.
Yeah, like when I always try to sing with emotion. I always try to get the emotion out, no matter what it is. Even if it's a sad, slow song or an up-tempo, fast song, I try to get the best of the emotions out when I'm singing something.
What is your opinion on cover bands?
Cover bands, I like cover bands.
Yeah,
like I cover bands, but I'm not I'm not a diehard fan of tribute acts. I'll be honest with you now. Yeah. That's just my personal feel on it, you know. Yeah. But no, overall, like I'd go to a cover band. I'd go to a cover band in the Roisin or something and watch.
Because another opinion I've heard from doing these interviews is that there are too many cover bands in Galway, and then not a lot of independent artists or bands are getting their chance to come on stage.
I would have thought there was more solo. But there is, I suppose there's a mix too, though. There's a lot of bands too.
Do you think, again, it's just a fact, pubs know, venues know, these cover bands work, you know, that's it, you know. Yeah, it's interesting. We could talk about it for hours.
Talk about it all day.
We could. All right, guys, time for another music break. We're going to play Aperture by Harry Styles, and then we're going to play Get Lucky by Daft Punk, Pharrell Williams. This is GoCom Radio.
GoCom Radio, the people's voice. GoCom Radio, the people's voice.
Welcome back. My name is Mark Shesky. You're listening to Voice of Tribes. Guys, we're in the final segment of the show. Stuart, how are we doing?
All good, yeah.
Good to hear. Great to hear. So, my final two questions. Are you working on any projects at the moment?
At the moment, I'm kind of mainly rehearsing a lot of my stuff. Like I have like a huge catalogue of material that I've been putting out for years. Like I've been dedicating a lot of YouTube content, but at the moment, like I'm working on the keyboard projects and stuff at the moment in relation to YouTube. So I've been doing that like up to the last couple of months, and you know, just home recording my own stuff. And like I think for a lot of the other stuff that I have, I have other songs that I've written that they've kind of been left for a while, and I've never gone out and performed them live. So the plan is to go out and perform them live as well, even if it's just open mics and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just what you told me during the break, you have two special things you want to do. If I'm right, you want to record an album?
Correct. Yeah.
And you want to do a music video?
Yes, that's correct.
Tell me about that.
Well, for the music video, I don't have any ideas yet. It's kind of just a long-term thing in the pipeline. But but there's definitely a music video there eventually. So I do want to get around to doing something, even if it's like not too high end production value. But there's definitely a music video there. It's so far away yet from doing it.
Is it for your new sit?
For what can I say? What can I say? Yeah, hoping to do some kind of a video for that. Yeah,
excellent.
That's the plan.
And the album?
So like with all of the tracks that I have recorded over the number of years, that are kind of just haven't really performed them or done anything with them. The first thing would be to get out and perform them live, and kind of let them see the light of day. Some stuff that I'd never really performed at all. And I think when I do that, I think the plan after that is to put them together to an album.
Great.
So eventually an album out of that. Yeah,
fantastic.
Which is a long way off, but with the amount of tracks that there's almost enough for an album. So that's
one step at a time.
One step at a time, literally. Yeah.
And my final question, I love asking people this.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone looking to follow in your footsteps?
I think if you have a passion and a drive to do what you love doing, I say stay at it. I think like practice is key. Rehearsing and keeping your mental health in shape as well is very important. So like, like I do a lot of meditation as well, like even just listening meditation and stuff. So I think like exercise even helps too. So a good health, all of that is keeps you in shape. And if you're a singer, vocal exercises, stuff like that. It's all really positive stuff. Like,
wow.
So those are the main things. And I say, like for anyone who's working on their craft, just to stay going at it and don't get kind of discouraged or give up, just to keep going at it and keep positive.
Wow, fantastic.
Those are the main points, really. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you, Stuart. Guys, thank you very much. So much for listening here today. My name is Mark Krzyzewski. You're listening to Voice of Tribes. Thank you, Stuart, for coming on today. It was so much fun.
Appreciate it.
Guys, I'm going to leave you with my favorite intro song of all time. This is Back to Friends by Somber. Until next week, goodbye.
GoCom Radio, the people's voice.